guys. Yeah, let's talk about it because I know a lot of people who have committed suicide due to depression, and it's something that I deal with on a daily basis. And I feel like everybody feels like they're alone with it, which is not the case. You know, we all have our own demons. So I wanna talk on that topic with you guys. So I'm gonna wait a little bit for people to come in, and we're gonna get to talking about it because it's something that's real. You know, like I said, I've lost 3, 4 friends from suicide. Now it's almost another one. I would have been another number, just another static, another statistic. But you know, I found a way to deal with it for the most part. I mean, I still have my depression. I still have my anxiety. You know, I still have my suicidal thoughts, all of that. But I found a way to not let it control me. That's what it really boils down to. You got to know how to control it. So I want to waiting on some people to come in or whatever. You know, hopefully we can get some viewers in here, and then we can talk about it a little bit more in depth. You know, we can get other people commenting and conversating about it, saying what they think about it and all that. You know, and then I'll go through reading the comments and all that. So it's just nothing. But yeah, it's not something. It's not easy to do it, and that's something like a lot of people do not understand it. Like my grandma, for instance, like one of my best friends committed suicide, and you know it hit me hard because I was dealing with other people who have committed it, and I never really dealt with it, and it's just hard. Like, but then I was at like a boiling point for real, and my grandma. I was talking to my grandma about it, and my grandma made a comment saying, "Oh, you're stupid for doing it." Then, like, much love to my grandma and everything, but you don't understand that person was going through. You don't understand what somebody with real depression is going through, because depression, yeah, it comes and goes. Everybody deals with it one time or another in their life, no matter what. But some people, it don't leave, and we deal with it every day. Like, I'm supposed to be on medication, and I refuse to take it, so I deal with it on my own, by myself. You know, I don't take no medication. I don't rely on no meds for it because I don't believe in medication. Ever since I got clean, I would not take a pill or anything like that. So I want to speak on it. Like, I just want to, touch on this topic because not enough people talk about it. Like, it affects people differently. Some people get depressed and then they don't eat. Some people get depressed and they sit in the dark, don't talk. Some people get depressed and they self-harm. Some people, they do. Everybody does something different, and some people do some things. Some people do other things. Other people do other things, and so on and so on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it is. Like, when I was younger, I was after my grandma passed away on my dad's side, I took a BB gun, put it to my head. It was long, so I had to hold it down on the ground and then use my toe. Like, I pumped it, and then I put the butt on the ground and pulled the trigger with my toe. Like, I pushed the trigger with my toe. Got myself right in the head with a BB. I was like 5th grade, so I was like 12 years old, if that. And I tell you what, that shit hurt. It hurt. It's something, but obviously that was some because 1, it didn't work. 2, it was just not a good idea. But I was young, so I didn't know no better. And then, when I was 16, some shit went down. Like I was having some issues. I was already depressed, like super depressed and shit. My whole life, like ever since my grandma passed away, like because I never dealt with it. Because I can't let go. Well, you know, by the time I was 16, I was so depressed that one thing happened, and it set me off. I sliced my wrist 36 times at least. And I went to Mount Pines over in Youngstown, Ohio, or PA, maybe Pennsylvania. But it's like a mental home for suicide. You know, well, sick patients, sick people who have mental issues. Not so much for people with depression, to be honest. Because I was locked up. I say locked up because it was like prison in a way, in a form. But I was in there with people this dude who would bite into his hand like this and tear skin off. Like, dude was sick. Like, he was a good dude, but he just had some issues, some anger issues or nerve issues or something. I don't know what. I'm not here to judge him. You know, that's not my place. We're all different. And then, you know, some other things happened in there, but it is what it is. They tried to put me on medication, and all it did was make me sleepy and feel sick. Like I'd always feel sick and sleepy, so I quit taking it. You know, I got home and I told my dad, you know, we stopped over at my grandpa's, and I was sleeping on the couch, and I looked at my dad. I said, I don't want to take this shit no more. And he's like, why? And I told him. He's like, well, then don't. So I quit taking it. And then, you know, so even at 16, you know, my dad let me make my choice on whether to take the medication or not. And I'm thankful for it, because who knows where I would have been. I've seen people who get on medication and, you know, it fucks them up for life. Like, because depression and all that, what's it called? Fucking, schizophrenic, that shit runs in my family. Bipolar runs in my family. The whole 9 yards. But the whole thing is like people do not understand. Like, people don't understand addicts or nothing like that, because they think they know everything, but they don't. Like, an addict is an addict for a reason. There's a reason why that addict is taking all these drugs. Like, I was an addict. You know, for 2 years, 3 years. I've been clean for about 3 now. And, you know, it's depression. You know, and then when you try to get clean, you can't do it. Like, it's hard. Like, you can do it, but it's hard as hell. Like, it took me forever to get clean, like, doing it on my own and shit, because I didn't go to no rehab or nothing like that, and I was doing meth. But I got clean on my own. Like, through a higher power, I got clean. You know, that's just me. You know, I can't say that's going to work for everybody. You know, everybody's different. You know, I didn't have no support from nobody else. But as soon as I went to this Recovery with Christ program, which was for depression and anxiety, separation issues, fucking, you know, what's it called? Being dependent, self-independent, or codependency. Anything you can think of that's an issue, that you have an issue with, you can go for that. It don't have to be for drugs and alcohol. Like, it could be for depression, anxiety, you know, like I said, anything, A to Z, everything. Like, I still have the pamphlet and everything, but I went to that, and I just felt the weight lifted off my shoulders as soon as they sang the song, My Chains Are Lifted, you know, and that's what really got me clean, like, because I always felt pressured. What's up, whoever's in here? I can't see who's in here. What did I just do? Okay, so, but yeah, that all started from depression. You know, so okay. Oh, that must just be me. But yeah, depression it's a demon to me. I feel like it's a demon. But you know, what do I know? You know, I'm just human. I don't have all the answers. I ain't no rocket scientist. I ain't the smartest man alive. I ain't, all that. I'm just me. I've had my experiences and all that. But I deal with it still to this day. Even though I don't like it got, I don't know. It's just sad, like, because people don't understand it. We got people out here killing themselves and shit. And this whole pandemic shit is not helping nobody right now because everybody's trapped. You know, everybody, people with depression are gonna feel even more trapped than what they are because now they're stuck in their house. They're already stuck in their head. You know, if you sit there and think to yourself all day long, it's not gonna help nothing. So I don't know. I just feel like we need to do more for people with depression and anxiety, because if you have depression and anxiety, that shit's rough. But you ain't alone. Anybody who's out there who has it, don't mind me. I need to shave a little bit. I'm getting hairy as hell. But yeah, anybody who has it, we need to step up. You need to speak out. Because you ain't gonna get no better. You can't be afraid to speak on it. If you're having a time in your life where you're depressed, you can't just sit back and try to deal with it on your own all the time, because it does not get no better that way. You have to talk. Like, I know a lot of people don't want to be a burden and all that, but sometimes you have to. Sometimes you gotta make that leap. Let it be known that, I have depression. I need to talk to somebody. Counseling helps sometimes. I know it helped me to an extent, but not all the way. But I quit going. I start something, quit doing it. So, maybe it'll help you more than it helped me. But my counselor she was comparing everything I said to her life. So I just quit talking. Like, I'm not here for your therapy. I'm here for my therapy. I ain't paying to sit here and listen to your stories like that. Like, I'm here to vent because I need to vent. That's why I started the program, or started counseling, because I needed to vent. And that, especially with having kids, I didn't want to go out like that. I still don't. If I'm gonna go out, I want to go out the right way. Not by taking myself out. So I mean, depression it's not a joke. It's not something to play around with. It Like, people just need help right now. People need somebody to talk to and all that. Be there for them. If you know somebody has depression, then be there for them. Remind them that they're loved and cared for. That's gonna help them more than you think. And even if you don't understand it, try to understand it. If you're not somebody who deals with it daily, like a lot of people do, try to understand. You can't just tell somebody suck it up and deal with it. Man up. That's not gonna help nothing. That's only gonna make them worse, because it's gonna make them feel like you don't care, like you don't give two shits. So I mean, we have to be there for one another. Like, I don't know 100% sure if my nephews have depression, but they act like they do sometimes. I mean, they're 17 years old, and they act like they got depression sometimes. My son, my 5-year-old, 6-year-old now, he acts like he has it sometimes. The three of them are all born on the same day. They're all cancer. So, and I'm a cancer myself. So I mean, it's common for cancers to deal with depression. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. I don't know why, but it's just the way it is. But I don't. I see my one nephew a lot more than I do all my other nephews. And like last night, we was all out camping. So I've reminded him, like, look, I know I'm hard on you when I see you. I beat you up. Try to toughen you up, all this and that. But that's my job as your uncle, to get you ready for this world. Because I mean, his dad ain't around. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, but fortunately. Because I mean, what good is he? He's not in the picture. So yeah, I mean, And then my nephews and nieces, not all of them, but 5 out of them are split up in my family. You know, their parents don't have custody of them or nothing like that. So they've been split up through my family. You know, my aunt and uncle took in 2. My mom and stepdad took in 2, and then my other aunt, she took in 1, which he's now 18. You know, he moved in with his mom, smoking weed, burn out, not doing nothing with his life now, and it pisses me off. But the other ones, you know, you know, I tried to be close with all of my nephews and nieces. Like I got an 18-year-old niece on top of that who I called princess from day one. You know, I was 14 years old. You know, I think I was 14. I was 13 or 14 when I became an uncle, and maybe even younger actually. So I was 13. I think I was 12 or 13 when I became an uncle, and you know I had to deal with some things early on. You know, defending their honor because they're mixed. You know, it's just another issue that people got to deal with, and you know it happens to white people too. Like my skin tone is white, but I still had to deal with racial issues. You know, because I got mixed family, and black family, and all that, and it's just sad. Like it's sad. But back to the story, like we was all out camping for my stepdad's birthday last night, right? So my nephew he acts like he has depression. He gives signs of depression. Him and his brother both, like hardcore signs. And so you know, he was watching my son for me at the park for a minute while I played a game of cornhole and shit. After I was done playing cornhole, I walked down there and I checked on him like, "What's up?" You know. And he's like, "What you mean?" I said, "What's up?" He's like, "Nothing, just chilling, sitting here." Da 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 da. I'm like, let me ask you a question. I mean, yeah, I was a little drunk when I asked him, but it's something I've been wanting to ask him in person. And I was like, you depressed about something? Like, you got depression or something? He's like, nah, 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 nah. He trying to deny it and all this and that, smiling big. I was like, you laughing? I'm gonna hit you. Like, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna straight up get you. Like, because that's what I do. That's me. That's what I do to my nephews. You know, I rough them up. I'm that uncle that does that because they need it. They gotta be tough. They gotta be strong. You know, there can't be no punks in this world. You know, because that's how you get bullied, and that's not going down in my family. Like we don't get bullied in my family. You know, we was the one I beat up bullies and shit. Like I protected people from bullies in my day, for the most part. You know, I never was a bully. I never started nothing, but you know, I stood up for people and I stood up for myself and my sister. So I mean, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. This whole depression thing is just like it's really been on my mind lately because you know I've been thinking about a couple of my friends who left this world too early, dealing with the shit. You know, sometimes it gets the best of me. Like I'll tear up. I don't give a damn. Men can cry too. You know, we can be weak. You know, it's just something that we lost sight of. You know, there was a big movement for depression there for a minute, and then now the pandemic and you know the whole Black Lives Matter movement and all that. Then the fucking protest to that protest, and you know just everything that's going on that the media shows us. That the media shows us kind of fucked it up for the media fucked up this country. Let me just put that out there. The media is causing so many fucking problems for this fucking country. It ain't even funny. Like I love America, but fuck our government. Like don't get me wrong, I love America, but fuck our government. You know, it's 2020. When are we gonna wake up? It's time to wake up, world. Like they're running a fucking slave system to all of us. We're all slaves to this country now. And if you don't see that, there's something wrong with you. And then the whole prison system ain't nothing but a factory. It's nothing but a factory. You don't go in there and get no better. They should be trying to get these people better. Like instead of putting somebody in the cell for 15 hours a day with somebody else, what is it, 8x8 block, if that, with you got to share the toilet and all that, and you got to watch the other person go and hear them go and all that. A lot of people come out depressed as fuck, angry as fuck. If you're going to lock people up, rehabilitate them. Like, come on. Just try to make shit better instead of putting them in a system where they come out twice as bad as they was. Because it's just crazy. Like, they come out 2 times worse than what they was. I seen it happen with my own 2 eyes. And then I watch a whole bunch of documentaries on it and shit, but I watch that show, locked up for 60 days, and it's just crazy. I wish I could see who joined the stream. That would be nice. I don't think I can. Nope, I can't. But yeah, let's get back on topic. This whole depression thing. Out of the 2 people who are in here right now, do either one of you have anything that you want to say about depression or anything, like just anything really, like just talk about it. I need to feed off of you guys because I cannot do this by myself. Like sit here and just keep talking about it, because then I start rambling on and I go off topic and all this and that, and it's hard for me to stay on the topic. Especially when I feel like I'm talking to myself. Jen, what's up, Jen? I think I know who that is. I think that's who I think it is, and that's good. I hope that's her. Jen, you got anything to say on this topic? I got a sneeze. No, I ain't got corona either. If I do, I don't know. I don't think I do. My allergies are kicking in. But yeah, let's get back on this topic. I want to say that's Jandara, but I don't know. I can't sit still. I'm ADHD. I can't sit still. My mind goes 100 miles per hour and shit. Matter of fact, I'm gonna text her real quick. Like, hey, is that you? Is that you? Is that you? I don't know, you guys. Like, I'm half tempted to fucking just end this shit right now. Like, cause I'm just sitting here winging it and shit. And it's just hard to fucking talk about, like, by myself, for real. Like, I tried for, 25 minutes now. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hi, babe. Oh, I didn't see the comment. That's my bad. I was in, let me see. I was in participants instead of the comments. I slipped up. Damn, rookies. Nobody else better call you dude. I know you be fighting mad, huh? You be fighting mad. What is that a picture of? Is that what's her name? Beauty and the Beast? Or is that what the hell? Little Mermaid? Is that Little Mermaid? Is that what that is? Maybe I just start drinking so I'll become more talkative and can think better. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe I should just go fucking do a game instead because this shit is not gotten it right now. I'm not happy with this right now. Like, I am not happy. I cannot think anymore on the topic. All I know is I believe depression is a demon. You know, not a demon, but demons. Can be multiple demons attacking all at once. No clue what she is. She's like a beautiful demon. I can't even see that. Can I? I can't even go to the profile. Damn it. I could be a smartass and go over to my sister's live or her podcast. My sister from California, go over to her podcast. And while I do my own, like, hey, I'm live, fool. Something like that. I don't know. I need a haircut. That's all I know. Hey, you're supposed to be messaging in on the YouTube. Oh, he's sending me a picture. Oh. She looks like a cross between 101 Dalmatians. DeVal. DeVal? What's her name? DeVal? And then the girl off of Beauty and the Beast. And then it looks like they just threw some horns on her. Oh, no. Oh, honey, you don't know. Oh, you got you showing your crazy side a little bit now. I see your crazy side a little bit now. A box in the picture and everything. I don't give a damn. But yeah. All I know is people need to stop being so rude and ignorant towards one another. Because that is no way to. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm about to end it. Oop, I dropped my phone. She did it. She made me do it. It's her fault. I blame her. I got some big ass eyes. Holy shit. Goof. You're a goof. I don't know. What else is there that I missed about depression? It's got to be something else. And my dad better not be walking over here. I just heard my screen door, I thought. There's got to be more to it than what I said. I know there is. I just can't remember. Maybe I'll delete this video afterwards. I don't fucking know. And redo it one day. What else? What else? What else? What else? What did I miss? What did I not say? I know I didn't say a lot of shit. Let me check this real quick. Get that off of there. Let's go. Let's go right here. I can't. Let me see if I can find something. Get me fucking going. When it comes to countries, India is the most depressed country in the world, according to the World Health Organization, followed by China and the USA. What are the levels of depression? 6 common depression types. Major depression. The classic depression type, major depression, is a state where a dark mood is all consuming and one loses interest in all activities, even ones that are usually pleasurable. That is so true. Because I used to love being outdoors. Just love it. Like I would never be inside. And then as I got older, my depression got worse, and I started staying in more, becoming more of a homebody. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, or if it's because of the fact, that I deal with depression. I took my kid camping today and shit, and I do work outside, but sometimes I just don't feel like doing shit outside. I don't feel like being outside. And I used to just sit outside when I was a kid. That was my getaway. Now, if there's something to do that's fun, then I'll go ahead and do it. Because like I said, you can't let depression control you. You have to control your depression. You can't let them demons win. You gotta do what you gotta do. You can't just sit there and take it. You can't be no little punk about it. Like, not to put nobody down about it, but that's the only way to really put it. Is you can't. I mean, there's better ways to put it than that, obviously. But that's the way I feel about it. Like, when it comes to me, like with my depression, I'm like, you can't be no punk. You gotta get up and deal with this. Like some days I don't want to clean my house. Is it laziness or is it depression? Is it both? It could be both. But you just can't sit there and let it control you. No matter what, you have to fight through it, no matter what it is. Bipolar disorder, okay. Seasonal affective disorder, disclaimer. Six common depression types. How do depressions start? Changes in the brain. It's complicated, and there are multiple causes of major depression. Factors such as genetic vulnerability, severe life stressors, substances you may take, some medications, drugs, and alcohol. Sometimes depression leads to those, though, which those lead to making your depression worse. Do not let this fool you. And medical conditions can affect the way your brain regulates your moods. That is true, because if you cut off your finger, or you lose a body part, you're gonna feel some type of way about it. You're gonna, like, usually, not everybody. I'm not gonna say everybody, because I know somebody who lost his leg riding a motorcycle, and that did not change the way he thought at all. But he was an arrogant son of a bitch. Well, still is. So, but I mean, like, some people, like, they'll lose a finger and they'll get depressed about it, which, I can't judge them for that, because you lost a fucking finger. Your life is going to be changed forever. So that's completely understandable. Like, you're going to be upset. You're going to be depressed about it. I get it. But is losing your finger really that bad compared to what it could be, though? That's what you got to look at it as. Wow. Suicides rates by WHO region in 2016 per 100,000 people. 2016? Come on, update this shit. America was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. It was Europe. Damn. So Europe was leading in 2016 with a 15.5 rate. What is age standardized rate? Whoa. Fix that. I don't understand this. High income countries. 197 in 2012. Oh, in thousands. 197,000 in the high income countries. So money can't buy you happiness. It can't get you out of depression. Upper middle income countries. 192,000. 23.8%. Okay. Low middle income countries, 35.4% of global population. 333,000. Global percent is 41.4% of them, of a rate of 14.1. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people upset because they ain't got no money. I'm not saying that's the only reason that they're upset or did what they did, because that could be different. I don't want to know about 2016 no more. Thank you very much. Let's go to news. New study finds rates of anxiety and depression have tripled during the COVID-19 pandemic. Imagine that. Can't find nothing on this. See if we can find something. Now, a lot of people with depression, they also cover it up because, nobody wants to admit it. But it's time to It's time to quit covering up depression. It's time to start talking about it. It's time to let somebody know, especially if you know somebody who deals with it. That those are usually the best people to talk to about it. Other people who have the same thing in common as you. It's gonna be different no matter what. You know, well, maybe not no matter what, but everybody's depressed for different reasons or whatever. But it's still nice to have somebody to talk to that understands depression, that it doesn't go away. Yeah, some people get breaks from it, some people don't though, and that's why the suicide rate so high right now. That plus the pandemic ain't helping nothing. But I mean, it. I'm not gonna say it is, but it is. Um, if you know somebody, trust somebody, try to open up to them, and maybe, even if you don't know if they have depression, even if you don't know about it, try to open up to them, be like, or ask them about it. Be like, do you deal with depression? Just straight up ask them, like, do you deal with depression? Like I do with my nephews. And if they say no, that's fine. You can keep asking them questions or whatever, try to bait them into it. Or you can be like, look, I'm depressed. I need somebody to talk to, somebody to hear me, somebody who ain't gonna judge me. So I mean, it's time. And then if you feel like you don't have nobody, I'll, you can comment on my video. I won't let nobody go alone. I don't believe in fighting depression by yourself. Like, that's just not my thing. Like, because I mean, yeah, some people can handle it on their own, but every now and then, even the strongest people got to be weak. Not anybody can be strong forever. Like with me, there's times I gotta vent, I gotta break down. I gotta talk to somebody. Normally I get drunk and talk to somebody. You know, Sometimes I don't though. Sometimes I don't get drunk and talk to somebody. Sometimes I just drink, chill out, clear my mind, and relax. Like last night, I went to sleep and got up at 8 o'clock this morning. Like, damn, back to this shit. But some there's I don't know. Like I just don't want nobody dealing with it by themselves. Cause like I said, even the strongest gotta be weak. I listened to this song by Joe Budden, not the Mirror, music artist from years ago, older dude. He's retired from rap music now. Um, he spoke a lot about depression in his songs, and oh, my connection's unstable now. Okay. But he said, 30 years I've been fitting for hurting. Something, something, something. I've been strong for so long. Can I please just be weak for a moment or something? I forget how it went, but it was deep. It was deep, because it speaks truth. Why is my connection acting up so bad? But he speaks a lot of truth in it. So I don't know. My connection's messing up. I don't know what's going on with my connection. It's irritating. So I don't know. We'll have to try this again some other time. Try to get more people or whatever that will come in and talk. Who can relate. Because that's what I want to do. I want to reach out to people who deal with depression, and I want them to talk. I want them to speak on it. I want them to let it out. And I want to let them know, like, the other side of things. Like, you can get to the other side of it. Because you can. You don't have to be weak. You don't have to be strong. That's what I meant to say. You don't have to be strong. You don't have to fight through it alone. It's okay to be weak. It's okay to have these issues. You can't control that. You have to learn to deal with it before you can control it. And even then, you can't really control the way, the depression or your episodes or the funks you get in. It's just common because you went through something and then, years later or whatever, and that doesn't even have to be years later, it can be days later or whatever, and that something that happened may have traumatized you and put you, something that day and that the future day, that resembles that day somewhat, it can trigger it because it's like a trauma, and it can trigger your depression. And and you may not even know about it. You may not know that's what did it, because it could be the stupidest things, and you don't even realize it. Because subliminally, it's on the back of your mind. It's like a motion picture in the back of your mind that you don't see, and it's like, oh, well, this happened on this day too, and then this happened. Whatever the problem was, and then you just get into this funk, and you don't know what it's about. You don't know why it's triggered. It's subconsciously back there, and you don't know about it. And I talked to somebody actually before about depression, a family member of mine, and they said he's now a RN or a nurse or something. I don't know. He does surgeries. That's all I know. He's not a surgeon, but he's there helping out and whatever. Anyways, he's a smart guy, all that. But he was telling me that mushrooms are actually good to release all that subconsciousness, all the shit that stays on the back of your mind that you don't realize is there. He said doing a mushroom every now and then is actually proven fact to clear your conscience. But then again, I don't know, because he's still depressed. He's on medication for depression, as far as I'm aware. So at the same time, it's like, well, if that's so true, then if you did it, then why are you still taking these? So I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the answer on how to beat it, because it's different for everybody. I haven't beat it, so I can't give you my answer. I just, look at pictures and videos of my sons, and, all three of my sons and my nephews, and, you know, remind myself, I got a reason to live. We all got a reason to live. We all got somebody who loves us, even if we don't realize it. My sons and my nephews, I know they love me. Especially my middle son. He's so close to me. Like, he don't never want to leave. Like, when it was time to go back to his mom's today, he threw a fit. He cried the whole 9 yards again, and that actually causes me depression every time, and it hurts. Just thinking about it, it hurts. Because I wish I had that kind of bond with my other two sons. I really do. But I was stripped of it. I wasn't able to build a strong bond with my oldest son because, issues with his mom. I'm not going to put them all out there, but fuck it, who cares? She took off with another dude and wouldn't let me see him unless it was convenient for her. And then she quit letting me see him completely. And then she started doing drugs and all this and that. And then said the court's coming to me, when she got in trouble, the system coming to me to let me know, hey, she's doing heroin. You got to take, you want to take your son. They didn't even ask me nothing like they're supposed to. Instead, his grandma went and got custody. She became a legal guardian. Nobody consulted me. I had no court date, no nothing about it, which is completely wrong. They stripped a father of a lot of things. And that right there caused me a whole lot of depression just dealing with that. He didn't even know who I was till he was 12 years old. His mom's side of the family had him calling me Robbie by my first name. And then he put it together, apparently. I don't know. Because by the time he was 13 is when he started calling me dad. Just fucked up. Because now you caused my son problems mentally. Because I know that had to mess with him. But it caused me a lot of problems. It caused me a whole lot of problems mentally. And then, with my middle son, me and his mom were together for about 3 years of his life. And then my youngest son was with the same mom. And he was about 3 months when she took off and moved while I was at work. And I found out through Facebook Messenger, because we had each other's Facebook Messenger on each other's phones. And I seen that she was on her way to another city, a big city, with her family in the middle of the night while I was at work. We got into a fight earlier that day. I thought we solved everything, but apparently not. So she decided she was going to leave. So, and then, we ended up trying to co-parent. We never got along. She would use the kids against me for her she used them at like pawns in her game to get her way about every fucking thing. And to the point I got tired of it. Like I got on drugs, the whole 9 yards early on, like basically like right after she took off like that, because I was depressed. I like bad. And then I got on drugs, and then lost my job, lost my house, lost my car, the whole 9 yards. I lost everything. There was a winter where I was sleeping in a garage in the winter, but I would still get message retracted. Okay, but I would stay at my dad's on the weekends that I got the boys and shit. But I did get clean. It took me a little while, but I got clean. But the shit still fucks with me. It's like that causes so many issues for one person, and it just pisses me off because I was stripped of having a strong ass bond with my youngest one. I mean, we have a strong bond, but not like it could be. But me and my middle son, like my mini, my junior, for real, looks just like me, just darker. And when it's time for him to go back to his mom's, he cries. And he throws a fit. He doesn't cry every time, but he gets a sad look on his face, and then he'll be like, "No, I don't want to go." And it just breaks me. It's like he is not happy there. He gets the attention that he needs at my house, because I know he don't get enough of it over at his mom's. Not to put her down or nothing, but she's got 3 kids over her. 2, we have 2 together. Then she has another one, a baby, on top of that. And our youngest together is still pretty much a baby because she doesn't work with him enough. She babies him though. And then he comes over here and I gotta retrain him. But I don't know. It just fucks with the dad who cares. There's a lot of guys out here who want to be good dads and are good dads. But we get fucked over. We get stripped away of it. Because the system supports the moms. But if you do the math and the research nowadays, everything's flipped around. The moms are all fucked up now, and the dads actually care, and the dad's got to fight to get the kids. Hell, the dad's got to fight just to get visitations and spend thousands of dollars. What if the dad don't have all that? You gonna judge a man because he don't make thousands enough to pay a lawyer thousands of dollars? Come on now, it's America. A lot of us are middle class and lower class. I ain't even middle class yet. I'm 32 years old. I'm still trying to make middle class. But for what? So I could pay a higher tax bracket? I'd rather stay at the low class. It's just sad. I don't know. Like even I don't know. Like I ain't mad about the fact that me and her ain't together. Don't. I'm glad me and her ain't together. She was lazy as hell. For one, two, I was unhappy in the relationship. But to keep my sons away from me for your benefit because you're mad at me, to hurt me, you're hurting your own kids. You're causing them depression. A lot of these mothers do this shit and they fuck with their kids' heads and they tell their kids lies and shit to make themselves feel better, but then they hurt their kids because they're immature as fuck. Yeah, I fucking said it. And I don't even care at this point. Like that's immaturity showing. You don't do that to a kid. I don't give a fuck what happened. You don't put their father down. Especially if the father tries to be in the fucking picture, you don't fucking strip your kids away from the father. Especially if he's a good fucking dad. I'm not saying I'm a perfect dad. I'm not saying I'm a great dad. I'm a good fucking dad, though. I can tell you that. I can tell you that 100. There's a lot of people who know me around here, and a lot of people who know me like fucking not all over the world or whatever, but like surrounding areas because I do a lot of shit with my kids. I do as much as I fucking can. You know, my kids are respectful. My two youngest ones are. My oldest one, I'm not gonna say he's very respectful. I gotta train his ass yet, and because he's got a lot to learn. You know, but it's a whole different ball game with him because you know, he was raised different. He wasn't raised by me. I can't do nothing. I can't rewind time to fix that. You know, I didn't have the everything I needed then, or I didn't have everything I have now that I needed then. But um, but a lot of people will tell you, my kids listen to me, they fear me, they appreciate me, they respect me, they love me, and they're respectful. They're not hellions. I put the fear of God in my kids, like for the most part. Now, I am a fun dad too, though. There's you gotta walk as I gotta walk a fine line. I gotta know when I can be fun and when I have to discipline them. You know, because if you're not fun with your kids when they're little, they ain't gonna want nothing to do with you. But if you don't discipline them, they ain't gonna respect you. So we do this thing called Daddy Boot Camp. Junior goes into, and it's when that happens when he's not listening. Like when I get fed up with repeating myself multiple times at different times. Like, okay, that's it, Daddy Boot Camp. And that means if I say something and you don't listen, I smack your ass. I don't give a fuck. You can say it's child abuse all you want. Because I pop my kid. I smack my kid. I'd rather me hit my kid than the cops shoot him. Or him get arrested and killed in jail or beat up in jail or something like that. I don't want that for my kids. You know, I did my time. I know what goes down. You know, I did my time on everything. I'm not saying I'm a criminal or nothing like that, but I done my time. I spent time in the fucking mental home. I did my time and everything. Like I ain't from the hood or nothing like that. I ain't from the ghetto. Don't get me wrong. I ain't from the ghetto, but I ran the streets. I did my time. You know, I got my scars to prove it. And I just want better for my kids. You know, my dad wasn't the best fucking dad. To be honest, my real dad, not even close. Not even fucking close. And that's something I keep in the back of my mind all the time. Like, because I get mad. I get so mad. And I just want to hit my kids so bad because they don't listen. And that's what I know. You know, that's what I grew up with. You know, if I didn't listen one time, it doesn't matter. I didn't get the chance. It was the first time I was told to do something, I did it. Otherwise, I got hit. You know, every now and then I would test it, I got hit. And I keep that in the back of my mind of the just the fucking terror of it. You know, and what it did to me. Like just that part of it. Not to include everything else that happened growing up. You know, my dad did a lot of things that he ain't proud of, and he'll say that, but he won't admit to all the things he's done. Like I was depressed. I forget how old I was, but I was depressed, and I did do something stupid. I forget what it was, but I was in trouble. I got sneezed. Yeah, excuse me. Bless you. But I did something to get in trouble. It was probably something stupid, something little or whatever. And my dad hit me with the leather belt over something little, I believe. You know, I'm young, you know, 10, 11 years old, young. And I was depressed. You know, like I said earlier, I dealt with depression since third grade and up. And fucking, you know, I forget what he said. And I said, I wish I died. He's like, oh, you do, huh? Yeah. And I grabbed my pillow and I put it over my face. And he came over and put it, was fucking suffocating me with it, like smothering me and shit. Like, okay. And then I started swinging because I didn't do it to hurt myself. I did it because I was crying. I was mad. And he came over and fucking held it down over my face and was suffocating me with it. You know, 10 years old or something like that. So, I mean, I dealt with shit, you know, but everybody's dealt with some shit, you know, and it fucks with you in all kinds of different ways, and it affects people differently. Like I try to remember it to be better than that. Like, like when I get mad, like really mad, and I start screaming, I sit back from it. I'm like, damn, I sound like him. So then I chill out, like that no, because then I remember exactly what the hell my feelings were when my father would do the things that he done. You know, and he did a lot of physical harm and a lot of emotional harm. You know, honestly, I didn't have the worst childhood. You know, we didn't have much, nothing like that, but it wasn't all bad. There has to be some good out of it. Like when I was little, played with Hot Wheels. My dad played with Hot Wheels with me all the time. You know, but Junior he plays with Hot Wheels sometimes, and there were times I just can't pull myself to get up off the couch or so. I'm just so depressed, and then he can sense it. So then he'll come over and love on me for real, like and hug on me, like I love you, Dad. And he'll just be like, "What's wrong, Daddy?" And I'm like, "Nothing, bud, nothing." And I gotta be strong at that time and not let him see that I'm hurting. And I don't know what's causing it, but I don't want to be that parent who's depressed, like on them commercials, you know, where the mom don't do nothing with her daughter. So I try to do as much as I can with them. I try to fight myself. I try to get myself out them funks and defeat my demons that are holding me down. Because all my sons deserve the best. All kids deserve the best. In my opinion, kids are kids. So I don't know. Because it's what they go through. It's what you go through at early ages that really stick to you. Like that shit really sticks with you, no matter what, for years to come. So I mean, you just have to learn to deal with it and control it. and control your mindset. Like, not really your mindset. I can't say that because I don't know about that. But you just have to learn to not let it defeat you. Like myself included, I gotta learn how to not let it defeat me at times. So there's times where it does get the best of me, but and I just need to talk to somebody, but I don't, and that's not how anybody should deal with it. So you know, I don't know. I feel like I should leave this off right here because I feel like I need to make a phone call. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna end this right here because I can't think right now on anything positive to really say, and my mind is just racing right now and all that. Like, so I don't know. I hope you guys find some light in this. If anybody sees this shit, you're not alone. You know, everybody is loved by at least one person. At least one person. One person needs. Everybody is needed by at least one person on some kind of emotional form. So yeah, don't. I don't know. Just keep your head up and fight through it. That's all you really can do.